Turns out Britney's book has a lot of heat. To be honest with you, more heat than I thought, because I thought she had pretty much told her story.
A lot of this stuff, but there is a lot she hasn't said.
A lot she hasn't said, and it's starting to come out. And this book is already destined to be #1 when it's released next week.
She is. It seems like what she is choosing to. The things she's talking about are things that people have. There have been rumors about for years and years and years, and she is addressing them. And one of the biggest is the cheating. We told you that...
This involves Justin Timberlake.
Right. Now, we told you yesterday, we broke the story that about Britney saying that Justin got her pregnant, and that she feels that, or she's saying that he cheated. What we didn't know, and now we do know, that it is in the book. She's also addressing the fact that she allegedly cheated, and we can take away the alleged
I think we take away allegedly, and we've heard this for years, that this involves Wade Robeson, who, you know, has kind of resurfaced in the whole Michael Jackson saga, and he has actually an active case right now against Michael Jackson, claiming that Jackson molested him. But back in the day...
He's a choreographer, and worked...
Was her choreographer.
Yep, worked closely with Britney.
And she says, look, she goes this far. I made out with him. And that is what she's saying. What she's saying about Justin is that he had essentially some affair with a high-profile woman who now has a family, so she wouldn't mention the name. I think a lot of people are kind of guessing the name, but she's not mentioning it in the book. But it is really interesting that she's confessing to that, but at the same time, I think she's saying Justin did more.
This is shocking, especially since for many, many years, I think people assumed when it came out that Britney had cheated, I think people assumed that this was like more than just a kiss, right? That this was a little bit more sexual. But her saying that it was only a kiss that they shared at a Spanish bar doesn't seem as serious to me. Doesn't seem like a relationship.
But Charlie, I will say this. You heard
the other thing that I kind of agree with you, because he broke up with her over it. He wrote a song about it. She apologized for it. It just doesn't feel like making out in a bar would do that.
In the book, she does say that they both agreed to move past this kiss, and because she only had eyes for Justin, she had been very loyal and faithful up until that point. But then he did come around and break up with her via text message.
So then why?
She said it was very painful that he was out in Hollywood, hitting the town. She was back at home, like sad and crying and deeply hurt. And it was the hardest thing she's ever gone through.
I can't put myself in, well, I'm going to put myself in Justin Timberlake's shoes. And if she says, if she admits to a kiss, maybe Justin's thinking, all right, she's admitting that, but that means it's probably something more.
Yeah, we don't.
And we don't know, but she says this.
It's odd. It's odd.
It doesn't seem like he would write "Cry Me a River"
over a kiss.
Over a kiss.
No, I agree. Now, there's a lot more to talk about. So we're going to get into what she is and isn't going to do in promoting the book. But the other thing, and we had a documentary on Fox and Hulu where we talked a little bit about this, but she is saying her drug of choice during the 2000s. We're told this has been an ongoing thing up to this day, is Adderall. That Adderall is something that she needed to take her out of depression and to kind of right the ship of the way she saw it. But this is something that has been in her life for a long time.
And she is admitting this in the book, which I think is interesting, considering we know that Britney has other medications that she has to take, and I'm just wondering, when I read that, I was like, well, how does Adderall fit in with all the other medications she's supposed to be taking, and do the doctors who are prescribing the other medications know about the Adderall use?
I'm not sure, based on the recon we have, that she gets the Adderall from the doctors.
Exactly.
That's, you know, without getting too much into it, we're told that that has been going on up to this day with Adderall. So I don't think she talks about the present as much as she does the past when it comes to this. but she opens up apparently about a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff, but by the way, she is not doing any kind of book tour, and it's really not needed. She's already broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest selling nonfiction book of all time. There's 9 million pre-orders alone, and she actually
That is
she broke
unbelievable.
the record. You know who had the record originally? Was Prince Harry. He had 3 million pre-orders, but she's got 9 million. So she has just totally taken the cake.
9 million is, I mean,
An astronomical
It's
number.
astronomical. I can't wrap my head around that number.
Right.
With books these days, that is unbelievable. So look, there were a lot of rumors that she was going to sit down with Oprah, that she was going to do a 60 Minutes interview. She ain't doing any of it.
She didn't do any of that.
And that's predictable.
But the publisher did put together a promotion of sorts where you do hear Britney speaking about herself. This is a little bit of it, and this is really all that they're doing to promote because she's not going to talk.
When did you last feel free?
When I got to drive my car. I never wanted to become one of those prisoner people. I always wanted to get in my car and go and not let people make me feel like I had to stay in my home.
There's a lot that people don't know that I want them to know. It's really cool to watch all the stuff that I've done before because it felt like you're looking through your yearbook. I'm going to be strong. I will be strong.
So what do you want to say to people who say you haven't told enough?
So interesting that when you watch the promo, there's nothing that hooks you in terms of what's in the book. It's just more about kind of her, generally her life.
But it definitely leans into the Free Britney movement.
It does, which
that's
I
what they've
find
been
really
leaning to.
interesting.
That's how you get 9 million in pre-sales.
And yet, what blows my mind about this is that everybody followed the Free Britney movement. So you
Right.
think, is that really what's going to drive people to read the book because they've heard so much about it? But the answer is clearly yes.
Hey, this is Sakura from St. Pete, and I'd like to say, Brittany, I mean, I've got to get this book now. I'm so excited about it. But most of us girls, we know we are never going to say it was anything but a kiss. Harvey, you know this. We can't do it. And also, I just want to say that good for her that she's getting to decide she doesn't even want to do the TV. At least she's making her own decisions and standing her ground on those type of issues now.
Yeah, she does
that's
not.
true.
She doesn't want to do it, nor do her people want her to do it.